Oh my God, what is she? The costume thing.
She's descending from the ceiling like a feather, like a goddess among us. She's so amazing that Rian Johnson had to create two of her to handle all this fire that she brings daily. So ladies and gentlemen, please hold yourselves together as much as you can. Scream as loud as you want though, because she's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Janelle Monáe. I promise you, levitate came down. You saw that, but it was really this. I promise you, that's what happened.
I definitely paid all the money I got from the film. I paid to say all of these things for you today.
Little actress.
Okay, so did you guys love the film? I'm not gonna lie. I was in a very small theater and I watched it by myself. And honestly, I usually am super like, but I was laughing alone. And all I could think about was a moment like this to be able to share in a theater experience with you guys. Like I didn't watch it with you all because I'm like, I get really odd and weird about it, but I've been wanting people to see this film. I really have. And how was it? Okay. I did that because Rian Johnson wants a full report from me, so I had to do that. You guys recorded that? Okay, great. I'll send that to you.
I've seen this twice, and you are, it's simple to say you're really talented. Yes, that's true, but there is a presence on screen that just feels out of this world, and I want to know what it's like to be sitting home in the middle of a pandemic. And then Rian Johnson sends out a script and says, read this, or how did that happen? How did you get involved?
Well, first, I really just want to say I'm super, super honored and like walking in like an ocean of gratitude to be able to be a part of this film. It, like you mentioned, we shot it in a pandemic, and a lot of things were happening, as you guys know. Like we were still spraying Lysol on cardboard boxes.
And each other's mouths. And then
and you know, we didn't have as much information about where the world was, and things were getting canceled for me. You know, I was supposed to be on tour on the music side, and you know, there was a lot of things. People in my family I had to help. Like it was tough, and I know that a lot of you probably understand what I'm talking about, or it could have been worse for you. But it was a beautiful thing to be able to get an invitation to be a part of this cast. And then when they said it was shooting in Greece, I was like, all right, put me on the next flight out of here. But no, I always said if I got the opportunity to work with Rian Johnson, it's a yes. I came in on his film Looper, if you guys had ever seen Looper. Very innovative in the sci-fi genre, and then I went down this rabbit hole and watching all of his films, and I obviously watched the first Knives Out, and when I read the script, I was like, oh, hell yes. Yeah, I had been waiting to be able to play a role like Andy, and to be able to work with Daniel, and Edward Norton was on. People I just grew up admiring and respecting, so I'm just humbled to be able to get an opportunity to play with these kinds of folks.
It's amazing. This ensemble, I don't know if you know this, but there's like a heat seeker in the back, right? That's a fire eater. And you come on screen, followed by Catherine Hahn, followed by Kate Hudson.
Love. Those are my sisters. I love them.
In one fell swoop, the meter broke. Like we are in mortal danger in here right now. Like, what was it like working with these actors of this caliber and that relationship? That it's family. I felt it when I saw it in Toronto. I feel it anytime you guys are together. Tell me what that felt like.
It was very special, and I haven't done like a big ensemble in this sort of way. So I came in, to be honest, I was nervous because, like you said, it's Kate Hudson, it's Catherine Hahn, it's Leslie Odom Jr., it's Edward, it's Daniel, it's like Jess, it's a lot of like cool people, right? And I hadn't done anything in a while, and so I was like, okay, if I'm going to take on a role of this caliber, because we can't do any spoilers, right? No spoilers.
Guys, you can't tell anyone.
I trust you guys. You guys are artists, and I respect it. I just had to say
You can't tell them that Thanos is
But I was nervous, and when I showed up on set, I was like, everybody, there's a lot of people that hadn't really been working. Like Edward had done Motherless Brooklyn, a film he had written and directed. That was like 2 years. That was the only thing 2 years ago before we started filming. So he hadn't shot anything. So a lot of people were coming, just as nervous as me. And it was good to see. Like they've obviously done these remarkable films, and they've had, such a big career thus far, but still a student, still afraid, still wanting to make sure they do say the right thing. But the thing that was very helpful was we got an opportunity to bond. And the reason is we're in a pandemic. We could not, like the producers were like, do not get COVID. Everything stops. If one of you gets sick, like we're done. So we had to be in a bubble, and we all stayed at this hotel. And we, in Serbia specifically, and we had to stay in a hotel. So we would go up to a bar, we would drink, and play murder mystery games. Just for fun. And karaoke.
Who won the most?
Kate Hudson is a really good detective. She's gonna get to the bottom of it. And I'm saying all this to say that I think our bonding really helped for our chemistry on screen, because we trusted each other in a different way. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be there for each other in a different way. Catherine was so funny. Kate, hilarious. Like, I could not stop. I had to figure out how to stop laughing so much, because I had some different requirements. But it was just I think I gained friendships, family for life, and that to me it's like the experience of it. It's not just doing a film. It's like, how was the experience, and that experience I'll hold dear to my heart forever.
It's amazing. I want to be part of that too.
I'll tell Ryan.
I told him, I said, I want to be the dead body in Knives Out 13. Let me just be the dead body. It's
I love that.
Yeah. Talk about Daniel Craig. Bad Benoit. I love the costumes in the film, because it's a great example of modern day costume design that they pop in. They're almost like their own characters, and they even elevate your own character interpretation. But what was it like working with Daniel, and how do you keep a straight face that whole time? Because He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I actually wanted Daniel's whole wardrobe. Like I was talking to our head of wardrobe, costume design, Jenny Egan, everybody. She got it. I think even with in my first fitting, a lot of the looks you see that I have on, that was from the first fitting. We had one conversation, and I came in and I was like, "Yep, you get it." But Daniel's wardrobe was so good. Like I wanted a lot of it. I kept being like on the side, like, "Wait, who is that from?" You know, because I wanted to get it. He's great. He's so iconic in this, and we're seeing like a different side of him, obviously. So it was just a joy to see, and yes, it was hard to keep a straight face for sure.
What's so great about your performance in particular? You do so much without saying a lot. You have mastered the look, like the side eye, the look, and
I used to get in trouble a lot because my parents would think I was rolling my eyes, or I was like, this is how I look.
So it gets like that.
Lots of practice.
But it's a very physical performance for you. Besides like running through mansion houses, you also get to.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Get to really release some anger that feels cathartic and therapeutic. That I think we all want that kind of opportunity. Did you see it that way?
Oh yeah, it felt good as fuck. But it also, like, I only had 2 takes, I want to say, because they had only made like a certain number of those. And shout out to the crew. Shout out to the crew, because it was a lot trying to reset, to sweep up, and so we had to get it right. Like I allowed myself to like play and go there. But I knew in my head, like structure-wise, what the arc was going to be and what it was going to build up to. And I only had like 2 opportunities to really get it right.
Where is Mona today? I'm speaking Cody here. Where's Mona from set?
With me.
Did you get it?
No.
Wait, did you take it or did you?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Did you keep anything from set? Did you get to like call dibs?
I didn't. I
You didn't get that box? I wanted that box from the opening shot.
Ooh, I should have done that. But we got really good gifts from like Daniel it was so sweet. Like he got me like what did he give me? He got me a good, like a blanket. Really, yeah, such a good thing. An iPad. Yeah, like I think he got me like this. He does this fidgeting. Got me a little fidgety thing. He'll have that on set.
Wait, fidget spinner?
It's like balls or something. Not balls. Not balls. See, okay, never mind.
Ooh, I love it now. That's so great. You have to have like. You have to have a hilarious story from set. What is the scene that it took a lot to get through because I want outtakes. Netflix needs to do some outtake episode in class on me.
They can do. We have a lot of improv was happening too. I mean, Ryan wrote the script so beautifully, and I remember reading the script and laughing at certain parts. Like I think Birdie J is so funny. What is reality? keep this on the low, but that's one of my favorite lines. I always laugh when I see it.
I want a Birdie Cassie prequel.
Yes.
Like taking over the world, like going on a trip.
Kate killed that role, and that's a difficult role. Like it's not just like you have to really go deep. Like okay, I'm just gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? Like she went in.
You know who else has a difficult role? Janelle Monáe. Because you are doing different things with different voice inflections. This is terrible too. Like, even though you guys saw it, like we still have
a great job. Like different. Voice infliction. That's right.
Come on,
Voice
December
infliction.
23rd, get here.
No, November 23rd.
Oh,
It's in
theaters.
theaters for
Theaters.
1 week. So, like that 23rd, I think maybe we have a good 7 days for 1 week, and then it stops, and then it comes, on Netflix on the 23rd of December.
So yes, how did you find voice inflection? Did you have a voice coach? Or you just naturally gifted singer? I think we know that already. So how did you get that going?
I had so much fun, like getting into the nuance of Andy's voice, and like, where is Andy from? Where I can't express. Where? Yes. Being a singer, I had a note, and I held on to it. I had a tone, and I used it. I had a little rasp, little twang, and kept it moving.
How many times did you and Leslie Odom Jr. sing together on set? Yeah, that's right.
But him, even in this film, like Leslie's presence was just every time he showed up, like you felt him in a different way. We didn't sing. We were just like, I know people are like,
let's end this right now, guys. I'm so sorry.
We were just, I think, yeah, we were doing, like other stuff outside of what people would expect, I guess. We were like, we're not gonna do that. First of all, you think we're the black people that are gonna be here singing? First and foremost, no. We didn't get to that, but it wasn't like a thing we thought about. But we're friends, so we've had moments absolutely where we've sung.
Fine.
We did listen to a lot of jazz backstage in the green room. Everybody shared some of their favorite songs, and Daniel doesn't like jazz. Okay, maybe he likes jazz, but he doesn't like a certain kind of jazz. Yeah, a certain kind. So it was good to get to know him. I said, okay, I see who you are. Okay. Yeah.
Show me who you are, and I have to believe you. Spoiler. That is a real hotel. Like, that's a real location, except for the glass onion, isn't it? I need a glass onion built, and that room is killer.
Yeah.
But that's a real place, and even the sets feel real in terms of they feel like
it is real.
Well, I mean, like, they feel like they exist in this real world, even when there's like a dog, a robot dog that walks by.
That was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. How did it feel to be there? I mean, did you just feel like you were immersed in this rich dude's getaway?
It was gorgeous. I mean, I had never gone to Greece before. Had always wanted to go. I was just happy to be able to see like that sort of architecture, because that is not a lifestyle I can keep up with. That house, the place we shot at, belonged to a couple. When I say like 7 or 8 pools,
like a married couple, or like dating?
Like they're a retired couple.
We're here, we know.
I'm talking about, I have never been to a home. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just it was overwhelming and beautiful, and like it overlooked. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it is a real place. Owned by a couple, and they were great. They would come, like they would feed us lunch, dinner. They fed us the best, like
What's the best thing you
food ever. I just know there was a lot of Greek yogurt. There was a lot of like Greek salads. It was like, what do you want? What do you want? To the point where we were like, oh, this is gone now. Oh, this is not how I get treated in Greece, Mom. When I got back.
I have one more question. question for you. Just trying this out, I don't want to leave. I just want to hang out with her. Scream if you're a SCAD student. A lot of artists in this room, and they look up to you.
Oh, hi, dirty computer. I see you. I see all of you little dirty computers.
You are, besides being just like a great human, you
Sometimes.
No, you are. You're a great human, and you know how to live in your truth, and you're an inspiration to a lot of people out there. And a lot of these artists in the room want to be able to one day sit up here, not with Clayton, they want to elevate, but they want to be able to come up here and do something that says something to the world, which you do in film and television and music and all the other great things you do. What piece of advice do you have for them so they can go and do that tomorrow?
Get a clone. Several now. Well, let me tell you, listen, I still feel like whenever I go and do a role or I have something to say, I consider myself a storyteller. So it's like sometimes I don't have anything to say in music, and I have to express myself in another way. And when you express your storytelling through film, through TV, through music, through fashion sometimes, through art, and it's just helped my mental health immensely to never limit my creativity or to become a prisoner of people's expectations based off the work that I've done. It's like I have to keep creating. I have to keep taking risks and trying and failing. That is fulfilling to me, that journey. And so I think, I said this earlier, but a lot of being an artist comes with knowing how to trust your voice in a room full of noise, because as you become more famous, there's more feedback, there's more noise, there's more people, telling you how bad they think something is or how amazing they think something is you do. And you have to be able to get to a place where there's nobody's voice louder than the voice inside of you, like I said. Like your voice is the loudest voice you hear. What are you telling yourself every day about your art and what you can do and where you need to go, and just being in tune with that. And that can be a lonely journey, because there's some ideas that I have that are so in my head and in my heart and in my spirit that I don't even know how to articulate them properly. And it can keep you up. Like I've stayed up or been like, oh, if I can just get what is in I see it right now, I see it. So a lot of it, you're in conversation with you, and I think that there's a quote too that I'll see. Somebody, you have my phone? No. Oh, you have my phone. I'm gonna go get my phone because I think this quote.
Guys, clap for Meg.
I mean, I don't know. I always feel like I suck at telling something. It's like people could tell me things, but it's like, no, I know. Like when I know what I'm supposed to be doing, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I think that creating, depending on the process, I say this to myself a lot, Janelle, creating can be pleasurable or painful, depending on what process you're in at that moment. Just keep trusting the process. keep trusting the process. You're gonna go through all of those things. But one quote that I have you guys seen the Moon Age Daydream documentary?
Not yet.
David Bowie.
Tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow? Y'all planning here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I'm so happy you're seeing it. It's definitely a trip. And there's a quote that he says, and and then just like when you see, I'm so happy you guys are seeing it because a lot of my questions as an artist were answered when I watched that documentary. And one of the things that I always remember is this quote. He says, "I think it's terribly dangerous for artists to fulfill other people's expectations. If you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth, and when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting."
She said, "Sometimes I'm a good person." Show off. I feel powered, moved. Janelle Monáe, to end my time here with you, I don't know what I don't know what I did right, but I'll take it. You are special to so many of us. You are amazing. So, 2 big rules. We were going to go over them one more time. 1, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
And 2, when you write Janelle Monáe, you always remember the accent mark and show some damn respect.
You're coming with me. We're taking the show on the road.
I talk to Haley about this, like, respect her. Listen, like, you're amazing. Thank you, guys. Janelle Monáe.
Thank you guys so much. I cannot wait to see the art that you put out into the world. Don't give up. Don't give up on you. Do not give up on you. All right? I love you guys. And thank you so much for watching the film. I hope that I've said something that sticks with you as you go into your next phase. All right, take care.
Thank you, Savannah.